Okay, real talk. Have you ever stood at a funeral and felt absolutely nothing? Like you're standing there, everyone's crying, and you're just thinking about what you're gonna eat later? Or your relationship implodes and you're weirdly calm, like you're watching it happen to someone else on a TV show. Yeah, me too. And here's the thing nobody really wants to admit. That blankness, that's not you being cold or broken or dead inside. That's your nervous system being an absolute genius. It looked at everything coming right at you and went, nope, we're going into airplane mode and I don't give a damn what the flight attendant says.
May the force be with you.
You see, here's what they don't tell you. In a world that's screaming at you 24/7, sometimes shutting down is not weakness. It is possibly the smartest thing your brain can ever do. But here's what keeps me up at night. What if this shutdown is actually the most brutally honest response to the chaos we're all living in?
Like, comment, and subscribe.
3, 2, 1.
This is Charlie, currently powered by sarcasm, caffeine, and unresolved childhood questions. You're listening to Unusual Practice, the show that asks why and then somehow seems to immediately regret it.
Oh my gosh! Did you hear that? Oh god!
So I want you to imagine your nervous system is like the electrical panel in your house. You know that box in the basement with all the switches? When you run the microwave, the hair dryer, and the space heater at the same time, well, what happens? The whole thing just flips, shuts down, and goes dark. Not because it's broken, but because it's protecting itself from burning down your entire house.
Aww, so cute.
See, that's what's happening in your brain. Scientists call it dorsal vagal shutdown, which sounds fancy, but basically means your nervous system hit the emergency brake because you were about to crash. This guy, Dr. Stephen Porges, figured this out back in the 90s. He realized we've got 3 settings. There's the everything is cool, let's chat mode. Then there's the oh my God, run mode. And then there's this third one nobody really talks about, which is the freeze, the complete shutdown, the I'm just gonna not.
No.
And you know who gets this? War veterans, abuse survivors, but also, and this is the part we don't talk about out loud and we keep questioning ourselves about, is the people working soul-crushing jobs. Parents who haven't slept in years. Anyone living through what I call the everything bagel of stress, which is basically all of us right now. Your body literally said, we'll file these feelings under deal with later, because if we process this now, we're about to collapse. How smart is that?
This legend.
But here's where it gets twisted. Our culture doesn't just create numbness, it celebrates it. Then it sells you the cure. Think about it. At work, being emotionally unavailable is basically a job requirement. Don't take it personally. Really means your feelings are messing with our quarterly earnings. We've turned humans into productivity robots and then act shocked when nobody can feel anything anymore. And social media? Oh my God. It's like emotional whiplash every 30 seconds. Someone's wedding, someone's war footage, someone's breakfast, someone's breakdown. Your nervous system is just drowning in other people's feelings until it says, that's it. I'm done. I'm out. Meanwhile, everyone's like, just be resilient. Oh God, how cute. As if bouncing back instantly from trauma is somehow healthier than, I don't know, actually processing the damn thing.
Help me! Help me!
But you know what's wild? Other cultures aren't like this. Irish families have something called keening, like professional mourners who wail at funerals. Mexicans have Dia de los Muertos, where everyone celebrates death together. Jewish families sit Shiva, a whole week of communal grieving. These cultures built containers for big feelings. They didn't tell you to get over it and stay positive. So maybe we're not broken. Maybe the system is. So could you kind of sort of lessen questioning yourself? All right, plot twist. And this could possibly mess with your head. You see, you don't go numb from feeling nothing. Newsflash, you go numb from feeling everything. I want you to think of a dam. The silence behind it isn't empty. It's holding back an entire lake. All that stillness, that's pressure, power, enough force to destroy a valley or light up an entire city. So, most people go numb after intensity, not instead of it. After childbirth, when you're feeling love and terror and what the hell have I done all at once? After heartbreak that feels like your soul's been put through a shredder? After trauma that's too big for your brain to hold without breaking, your psyche hit the emergency shutdown button because you felt too much, not too little. It's like your emotional circuit breaker flipping. The lights went out because there was too much power, not because there was none. Now, here's the question that's important. Is your numbness a rest stop or is it a permanent address? Because there's a massive difference between temporary protection and permanent anesthesia.
Unusual practice takes you where most conversations never go. Hidden histories, counterintuitive truths, and cultural twists that flip your perspective. Deep ideas delivered short and sharp, just minutes that feel like years of discovery. You'll learn what most people miss in a lifetime, giving you the kind of knowledge that sparks conversations, ignites debates, and makes people lean in closer. Concise, surprising, and impossible to ignore.
All right, so stay with me here because the philosophy nerds actually figured something out about this. You see, the existentialists, Sartre, Camus, those cheerful guys, well, they saw numbness and went, oh, that might not actually be depression. That's your soul recognizing that nothing makes sense. Sartre called it nausée, therefore nausea. Camus called it absurdity. But the kicker is they both thought that it was healthy. Like your unconscious mind was rejecting a reality that's fundamentally screwed up. Your numbness might not be you malfunctioning. It might be you accurately perceiving an absurd situation. Now, Buddhism's got a different take. Real detachment, that's freedom. You can witness life without being destroyed by it. But numbness, that's detachment's evil twin. One connects you to everything. The other cuts you off from everything. And psychoanalysis says your numbness is your unconscious protecting you from truths you can't handle yet. Like a bouncer at a club going, sorry, y'all, you're not ready for what's in there. So, which is it for you? Is your numbness quiet rebellion, your soul saying, this isn't working? Or has it become your prison? Here's what all those self-help books get wrong. They treat numbness like it's a bug in the system. Animals do this. I mean, think of a rabbit. When a rabbit sees a fox and can't run, it just freezes, plays dead, heart rate drops. It looks like giving up, but it's actually a genius survival move. Your numbness is the same thing. Some part of you looked at your life, your job, your relationship, whatever, and went, if I feel the full weight of this, I will not survive. Numbness is actually diagnostic. You don't go numb in genuinely safe places. You go numb when your nervous system detects threat, even if your conscious brain is still making excuses for why everything's fine. Also, can we talk about the fact that we're living through the most emotionally overwhelming period in human history? Our ancestors dealt with one bear, maybe a rival tribe. Their nervous systems got breaks. We're dealing with climate change, political chaos, economic collapse, plus Karen from Facebook yelling about vaccines, plus 47 app notifications, plus the algorithm showing us every terrible thing happening everywhere all at once. Of course you're numb. Your nervous system is practicing triage. It's keeping you alive.
The captain has turned off the no smoking sign. The captain has turned on the no smoking sign. The captain has turned off the no smoking sign.
So, if numbness is smart, how do you work with it instead of against it? All right, so here are some weird things that actually apparently work. One of them is called microdosing your feelings. No, we're not talking about Ozempic here. So, the idea is that you shouldn't try to feel everything. Start with noticing tiny stuff. If you're stuck there, or you feel or you believe you're stuck there, start noticing the tiny stuff. For example, the temperature of your coffee. I'm not joking. Just understand that relationship between your brain and your body. Or check out that little flash of annoyance when someone interrupts you. You are not going to the emotional gym and deadlifting 300 pounds. You're doing physical therapy with 2-pound weights. Second, try immersion shock. Sometimes you need to shock the system back online. For example, cold plunge or freezing shower. You won't catch me dead doing that, but there are other things like drumming circles or screaming in your car. Something intense enough to break through without re-traumatizing yourself. It's like hitting reset on your nervous system. Third, borrow emotions. Yep, I said that. Borrow the damn emotions. If you can't cry about your own life and you just feel like you need to, watch a movie that kind of wrecks you. There's this movie with that Japanese dog and Richard Gere. That one always gets me. Listen to music that opens something up. Go to a concert and feel what the crowds are feeling. It's kind of like emotional training wheels, practicing feeling in a form of a safer container. And finally, and hang on, I want you to journal differently. So instead of what do I feel, try what am I not allowed to feel? Or what would be dangerous to feel right now? My favorite is, if I could feel anything without consequences, what in the hell would that be? Yep. We're going to pause for a very long time and we don't have time for that. So we're moving on. So the idea is that you're not trying to force feeling back. You're creating conditions where your nervous system might feel safe enough to relax its grip, even for a tiny little bit. Look, numbness is not the absence of life. It's life catching its breath. When you're lying awake at 3 a.m. wondering if you're fundamentally broken because you can't cry at your own life, I need you to hear this. You are not malfunctioning. Stop listening to social media. You are a human with a nervous system so sophisticated it can shut down feeling entirely to keep you functional. That's not pathology. That's evolutionary genius. When I moved to a foreign country with my 9-year-old daughter, I was terrified of germs. Yep, germs. You cannot bloody well run from germs. I kept thinking, if I get sick, who the hell's gonna take care of my kid? So I washed my hands 100 times a day and I shut down every damn emotion that might make me stumble. Too much was at stake for me to explore why I hadn't cried in years. Your numbness might be the bravest thing about you. While everyone else is drowning in feelings for feelings or faking emotions they don't have, you went underground. You built a fortress of quiet in a world that never stops screaming. And here's what I promise you. It is temporary. Your feelings do not disappear. They did not disappear. They're just waiting for you to create conditions safe enough for them to return. And when they do come back, and they will, you will feel them this time totally differently. You will probably ugly cry for like 10 minutes, then you'll have this weird clarity. And the clarity constitutes more boundaries, more wisdom about what deserves your emotional energy and what does not. Right now, maybe you just exhaled for the first time in months because someone finally gets it, and I really hope you felt it. And maybe you just realized your numbness is not a flaw. It's your psyche saying, not yet, babe. Not yet, but I promise you, real soon.
Through the chaos, feel the beat. Drums of
Your numbness is not your enemy. It is your temporary guardian.
lows. Back to
If this episode found you, share it with someone who needs to hear that numbness isn't the opposite of healing. Sometimes numbness in itself is healing, because the world needs people who understand that sometimes feeling nothing is the most honest response to everything.
drums of hope under our feet. Elevate where love belongs. Practice life through
Until next time, be kind to yourself. Stop judging every move and let yourself feel when you're ready to feel. I want you to trust your body and your little heart. Everything happens in its own time.
I love you.
Mom, somebody just followed me.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Unusual practice. Rethink what you think you know.
We're breaking the night. Chasing the light. World spins wild, but we take control. Up we rise. Heart of rock and roll.